For all of my sighted subscribers, this is a recording, not a video, and it's meant for the blind community, but you are welcome to listen to if you would like. Just keep that in mind that, don't expect any video. Just put on some headphones and listen if you would like. Hey everyone, this is Ross, and I'm going to be showing you guys how to breed a competitive Pokemon if you're blind, like me. And because a lot of people have been asking me to make a recording of this because they're like, how do you do it? I thought it wasn't accessible, blah, 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 blah. So I'm going to show you how I do it with Seeing AI. Just a little note, this isn't a tutorial on how to breed Pokemon, but how to breed them blind. So it's like, I'm going to assume you already know what EVs and IVs and natures do. I'm just going to show you how to get the data and the information that you need to actually breed the Pokemon. All right. So today we are going to be breeding a competitive Drillbur. I figured, I would show you guys like me doing it in action to actually prove that I can. But anyway, so the first thing, obviously, when you breed is you want to get the nature. And luckily for me, I already have the nature I want on it, which is the Jolly nature. But if you don't have the right nature and you're wondering how do I check my nature, I'm about to show you. There are actually two ways. The first way is through the summary screen. So if you just go to your Pokemon, you know how to go to the summary screen. And then if you tab over once, your nature will be displayed on the like top left, top center of the top screen. So I'm going to open Seeing AI. It's also worth noting that I do have an 8 Plus, so the camera is like better than most other iPhones. So if you're using an iPhone below, your results may vary, like not by much. But I noticed from when I had my 6, like it was, Seeing AI still worked really well. It just works a lot better on the 8 Plus. So this method of checking your nature is not that reliable because for some reason Seeing AI does not like to pick it up. So the way I angle my DS and my phone is I put the DS on a flat surface and just open the DS like it's open normally. I don't have it like in upright position. I don't have it like totally flat. It's just its normal resting position. And okay, so you'll notice that it says nature, but it never tells you the nature. I don't know why Seeing AI has a hard time picking it up. It just does, but we're gonna try to do it anyway. See, like it picked up all that text, but it just won't read nature. So luckily I found a different solution that made my life and hopefully your lives much easier. And that is to go to the PC. And when you go to the PC and you hover over, the Pokemon you want to check the nature, it shows up, I guess, in a much clearer way on the top screen. So, I'll show you. Boom, right there, Jolly. And it told me my stats, it told me its ability, and even who the original trainer was, my friend Jake. And so, very, very useful, very accessible. So now that we have the nature down, we're going to want to head over to the breeding place, the daycare. So I'm just going to fly. Okay, so let me make sure I don't have anything in the daycare. Yeah, I don't think I do. Okay, so the first thing you want to do after you have your right nature is put an Everstone on the Pokemon that you want to breed, because sorry, I'm like not like fluent in my sentences. I've had a long day. Anyway, so since my Drillbur is Jolly, I want to make sure that all my other, all the other eggs that I hatch will have the same nature, so I don't have to like hunt for that, because that'd be a huge pain in the ass. So what I usually do is, to make it easier, I just put Drillbur in the first slot of my party, and then I go to bag. And the bag is actually very easy to use. Like, so don't be intimidated by it, because there's a lot of things you can do to make it easier. So first thing, obviously, seeing AI, and I'm gonna look for my Everstone, and you have to memorize. I guess you don't have to, but you have to know where the item slot is. Like, that's obviously a given. So anyway, I'm gonna go over, and now I'm in the item slot, and I'm gonna sort my items alphabetically. So, boom, just like that, simple. You just press X, go down one, press A, in case you guys want to know. Okay, so now, okay, now I scroll down a little. So right now, like I said, diancite. So I know I'm at D, so I have to go down a little bit more. Everstone, boom, like simple. It's seeing AI is really fast, and the bag is really linear. So I'm just gonna mash A. Boom, put the Everstone on it. So now, gonna save just because I'm an avid saver. I save a lot. You never know what could go wrong. And so now, we're gonna just shove this drill burr in the daycare. And so right now, my Ditto is in there. And so if you just keep mashing A, it'll automatically put your drill burr in the daycare. I may make a separate tutorial on the intricacies of the daycare and like how the slots work. Or you could just hit me up if you have questions about that. It's not too hard. It's just not really the sole purpose of this video. All right. So now, let's see. We have the drill burr in the daycare, and then I have my Ditto. And it is 6 IVs, and it is a hacked Ditto. But most people who breed Pokemon use 6 IV hacked Ditto. So, and you want to make sure you have your Destiny Bond on the Ditto to transfer the at least 5 IVs. And so with that, we can start running around and hatching eggs. So I will see you guys. All right. So I literally haven't done anything since I just did that quick cut, because I figured you guys may want to see me hatch the eggs. So with the daycare, what I do is get on that trail right there, and oops, I accidentally went to Charizard. I meant to go to Tauros. And so I ride Tauros. The thing is, I don't like the music. So what I do is I go out of the route, just like that, and then go back in, and now I have the nice peaceful music. All right, so I'm gonna walk back, daycare, boom, right there. You can hear that I'm on the wood steps. And so what I like doing is repeatedly just running into the wall and like moving left and right, back and forth, because it keeps me close to the nurse or whatever lady who gives me the egg. But if you don't like that method, because this is what it sounds like, and I'm just kind of like moving left and right, but some people don't like that. So if you get off Tauros, and you go like basically right when you leave the daycare center, if you make sure you're in the top right corner, if you just walk down and then go right a tiny bit and then down, you'll be in this little fenced in area. And then when you get on Tauros, Tauros can't get out. So you can literally just run in circles and be totally fine and hatch your eggs. I just don't like it because then you have to get off Tauros, go get your eggs, and you have to listen to the annoying music. So it's just, I like my way better, but you know, you do you. So I'm just gonna go back to the music, turn that off, there we go. All right. Okay, so by now we probably have our first egg. So we could just walk over to the lady, I think it's a lady, which is like, she's like diagonally down right from the door. Just mash A. Boom, got our first egg. And so right now, these drill burrs that I'll be hatching, probably gonna be around 3 or 4 IVs. Which is not a big deal. I guess the more difficult part comes into when there's 5 IVs, because then you have like, I want to say, see, I just got another egg. So let's see, I think once you get to a 5 IV Drillbur, the chances are like 1 in 35 of it being perfect. Got my 3rd egg. And you also, you know, I said I wouldn't make this a breeding tutorial, but I guess I'll throw in some tips. You know, make sure you have a Pokemon with Flame Body because it halves the amount of time it takes to hatch eggs. So I have my Volcarona, which I also is a competitive one. That was the 4th egg, I think. So I'm just gonna run around and get 3rd one. Boom. Wait, why did I just say 3rd? I meant 6th. Jesus. Alright, so now I'm going to hatch these. Because what I could do is just keep hatching 3s over and over again. But you want to, you know, it's breeding. You know how breeding works. Like, you want to pass the IV down. And then once you get one with 4 IVs, then you put that one in the daycare with the Everstone. Then when you get one with 5 IVs, you put that one in the daycare with the Everstone. Blah, 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 blah. So, that's pretty much all it is. Just running back and forth. And so, I'll be back. I guess I'll be back when I find a Pokemon with 4 IVs, or when I find a Drillbur with 4 IVs. Alright, so it just happened that the very first Drillbur I hatched is 4 IV. So before I actually have Seeing AI, you know, show you how it reads it, the graph where it shows IVs is it could be more accessible because it is shaped like a hexagon, and in each corner of the hexagon, it has like whether the stat is good, no good, perfect, fantastic, blah blah blah. So it makes Seeing AI has a little bit of a difficult time reading it, but it's doable. Obviously, you know, with like 3 or 4 IVs, it's kind of difficult, but once you get to 5 IVs, you can just swipe your phone over the screen. If it has anything other than best, then trash it. It's not perfect, you know. So.
Channel, short text, resume announcements, button. Resume announcements. Pause announcements. Driller, nest, SPATK, nest, attack, nest, no good, speed, pretty good, reliable swim.
Boom, it just read it perfectly right there. You see, I did get a text, so you may not have heard it as well as you could have, but it has 4 best, a no good, and a pretty good, so 4 IVs. So I'm guessing that's probably better than the Drillbur I have in the daycare right now. So what I'm going to do is put my phone down and get Drillbur out of there and then put the Everstone on the new Drillbur. But before I do that, let's see. I'm going to release the Drillburs that I'm not going to be needing. Whoops. Hold on. Oh, I may have forgotten to hatch one of them. Let's see. Oh yeah, I guess I forgot to hatch one of them. Not a big deal. Okay. So we're going to... Oh yeah, get the Drillbur out first. I'm going to go give it the Everstone, but it doesn't have one yet. First, I'm just throwing away this egg. That way for some reason, like, they hold your Pokemon for ransom until you get the egg. Or you could just decline it. So that's what I did. Gonna go up to this dude. Oh, shit. I went to the wrong thing. I'm just gonna save. Okay. Alright, so we got our Drillbur. And we're gonna go to our party. And that's the Drillbur that we just got. So, here's a cool little feature that... What's the word I'm looking for? That makes the bag pretty accessible. If you go all the way to the bottom, Yeah, notice how the menu doesn't wrap when you hold down. It wraps if you press it, but it doesn't wrap when you hold down, which is amazing, you know. So I'm gonna go to our drill burr and go up twice, press A, down one, press A, and it removed the Everstone. So now, in case you're like, I don't know if it worked, or you're paranoid like I am, if you hold down, notice how the bag, or like it only made one sound. So that's as far as it could go down the list. So there's only one new slot, which means that obviously has to be the Everstone. I'm gonna click on that and then put it on the second drill burr. And then we're just gonna throw them in front, because it's easier to just mash A. Talk to the guys, and we're gonna give them the new drill burr. Boom. Simple. Gonna walk to the PC, release these guys. Or I guess this one. Right there. Alright. So now I'm going to stop this recording and I'll be back when I have a 5IV. 5IV drill. Alright, so I don't have a 5IV drill burr yet, but I do want to show you one thing that you guys may think is useful. And that is, when you're hatching eggs, instead of doing them 5 at a time, like I did with the 4 IVs, you can, once you hatch one, have it be replaced, like you, okay, how do I describe this? Once you hatch one, you can go up to the person that has the eggs, and they'll replace the one that hatched and send it to your PC with the new egg. So, if I go up to the person, they have an egg, just press that, and then press A, and then arrow over, and you can just replace it like that. And that screen is also like the shape of the regular party, while in the bag it's like a column for some reason. That's just the way it is. But all right, so now we have our perfect, or not perfect, but our 5IV drill burr. I'm gonna pull up IV chart graph thing. Oops, I just locked my phone.
10:30 p.m. See.
All right.
Games folder. Netflix. One UI. CDI. Channel. Short text. Adjustable.
Okay.
Resume announcements. Button. Resume announcements. Pause announcements. River. Nest. SP. ATK. Nest. Nest. River. Nest. River. Nest. 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 Defense. Nest. Potential. River. SP. River. Nest. Reviver. Nest. 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 River. Nest. 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 Defense. Nest. Potential. Speed. Pretty good. Touchdown.
See, there you go. So sometimes, yeah, like sometimes it takes a while. Other times, like, you can see right away, which IV isn't perfect. But yeah, so all of them are best, except I think it said it was speed was pretty good, which,
Status bar item.
yeah. So now from here, it's just like, you got a 135 chance and you'll get a perfect. So I guess I will do a quick cut, and I'll be back when I have my perfect drill burr. All right, I am back, and we have our perfect drill burr. Let's see, this took me, so I usually breed 35 eggs at a time, because that's how many eggs can fit in a box at once. So I breed 35 eggs at a time, and then check their IVs, and then breed another batch, blah, 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 until I get the perfect drill burr. And in this case, it took, so, alright, so the drill burr that I'm breeding for, I'm wanting its hidden ability. So that means that it has a 30% chance to pass down the hidden ability to the egg. So the first batch of 35, I actually did already get a perfect drill burr, but it didn't have the hidden ability. But the next batch, I got 3 perfect drill burrs. 2 of them had Mold Breaker, the hidden ability I wanted, and the other one had, like, I think it's Sand Rush or something like that. But I'm gonna go to the drill burr, and I'm gonna read out loud with Seeing AI so you guys can see what it sounds like.
11:58 p.m. 3 apps. Bacon reader. CDI. Menu. Button. Resume announcements. Quick. Resume announcements. Quick help. Button. Resume announcements. Button. Resume announcements. Pause announcements. Nest. Potential. 3RM. Nest. Nest. Def. Nest. Attacker. Nest. Defense. Nest. River. Nest. 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 River. Nest. River.
See?
Nest. Nest.
All
Nest.
best,
Nest.
like nonstop,
Pause
best,
announcements.
best, best.
Resume
This
announcements.
thing is perfect. It is You cannot get a Pokemon better than this. So, and then I have right here my other 3 Drillburs that I'm probably just going to trade away for some good Pokemon. Here, let me turn them so you can hear them. They're all there. 3 perfect Drillburs. So, as you can see, it is not that hard to breed competitive Pokemon. I mean, I just sat down with my friends and watched South Park with them and just hatched eggs like in the background. So, you know, it's something that you can do on your own, and yeah, you guys get the gist. But let me know if you guys want me to do more recordings like this or tutorials, you know, to help you guys out with Pokemon. I'd be glad to. Just hit me up on Twitter at Ross_Miner, and I will get back to you. Thanks for listening, guys.